Hey everyone, it's Jenny from AmiteeUK and today's video is going to be on makeup brushes. Now there are a lot of questions about what brushes are used for what purpose and what types of what brands do you need to buy to get the best results for your makeup. And I feel that you don't have to spend so much on high-end products or high-end brushes simply because just because something is high-end and expensive doesn't mean it's going to work really well. Or is it going to be the best tool to use? So I'm just going to show you the makeup brushes that I think are essential for you to have and to use when applying makeup on your face and on your eyes as well, and how to clean them and how to store them. The brushes that I'm going to show you are from the same brand. Most of them are from the same brand, but it doesn't mean that you have to go and get this brand. This is just what I think are affordable, and I also show you some alternatives as well to those brushes. So the first brush is a staple brush. This is an eye shading brush. And this is used for packing colour onto your lid, and the fact that it is short and sort of shaped like that, it means that a lot of colour can be picked onto the brush and applied onto your lid. So in a patting motion you can apply quite a bit of colour onto your lids, and this is the main brush you should have when applying eyeshadows. The second brush is this fluffy brush. And this is a blending brush, a tapered blending brush. Now this will normally be used for blending your crease colour on your eyes, but some people have a really small lid space. So personally for me, I would use this to apply my concealer under my eyes and to other places of my face, because it's also because of the fact that it's fluffy, it will blend the colour in really well and not leave any streak marks. So as an alternative, I would use this to apply concealer to under my eyes and on my face, liquid concealer. But for some people, this is used for applying the crease colour and blending it out as well. The next brush I think is very essential. It's another sort of blending brush, and that looks like this. This I would use for blending in my crease areas. So if I have a crease colour, I would use this in my crease and just blend in the colour as well. This can also be used for applying eyeshadow if you wanted to. So you can place the eyeshadow at the bottom and then use a tip to blend it out. So it's definitely a multi-purpose brush, but this is a really good brush. There's so many of them out there. This is also by Sigma, but I think this is a really good brush for blending because it really blends really well. It really gets into that corner of your eyelid and just blends in the colour really well. And the last eye brush I think should be essential is a pencil brush. It just looks like this. The brush is, as you can see, pointed. So this is used for smudging any eyeshadow on the bottom lash line, or even using it in the crease for more like a precise cut crease. And sometimes it can also be used to apply eyeshadow into the inner corners of your eyes to brighten up your eyes a little bit. So this is also another multi-purpose brush, but I feel the fact that it's pointed makes it a lot easier to apply more precise colour onto your eyes. And then these two are also recommended but are optional, so you don't have to have this. But the first one I'm going to show you is the small angle brush. As you can see, it is an angled brush shaped like that. Obviously it has an angle, and this can be used either for applying gel liner to your top lash line or using to shape your eyebrows. So you can actually use this to fill in your eyebrows with an eyeshadow, just basically draw and shape that line, and because it is angled, it just helps to fit under the arch and just basically shape the eyebrows a lot better, and it gives a more precise and defined look. And the last one for eye brushes is this brush, which is the eyeliner brush. This will be used for applying eyeliner, obviously in gel liner or liquid liner, but you don't have to use a brush. You can always use the eyeliner themselves, because some of the liquid liners come with a brush tip which you dip in and apply to your eyes. So this is another optional brush, but obviously if you're doing a lot of people's makeup, you don't want to keep dipping into the eyeliner. You can always use a brush, and it just makes it a lot more neater. The first thing you apply on your face is your foundation, and there are different types of foundation brushes out there, but the ones I would go for is this brush. This is a duo fibre brush, as you can see. And this is perfect for applying your liquid foundation to your face. So basically you dip it into the foundation and just swirl it, and it's not really dense, so it wouldn't apply too much colour onto your face. it definitely controls how much goes on your face. And you can always use the stippling motion, which is like this, to buff it in a little bit into your skin. But you do risk, having streak lines because of the way the brush is shaped. But this is a really good beginner's brush to have. An alternative for more of a buffed in, flawless look would be a flat top brush. This is the flat top synthetic kabuki brush. As you can see, this is a lot more denser than the other brush. And this is also done in the same way, but this will give more of a, more of an airbrushed, buffed in look because of the fact that it's very dense. So you would dip it into the foundation and just basically stick it into your face and swirl, and it would definitely give you a really nice, flawless look. But if you didn't want to go for that brush, the alternative to that brush is the e.l.f. powder brush. It's basically the exact shape and also quite dense, and this works exactly the same way as the Sigma brush in doing exactly the same thing as applying liquid foundation onto your face and swirling it into the skin and buffing it in, and it just definitely gives a really nice flawless look as well. So you can go for the e.l.f. brush if you don't want to go for the Sigma brushes. The next brush used for your face will be a powder brush, and this is just basically what one looks like. It's really nice domed brush and very dense. This will be for applying your powder products. You don't have to get a specific brand. Any brand will do as long as it's very dense and big, so it can definitely take up a lot of space, because you don't want to have too much powder on your face. You want something that's very big and can distribute powder, as well as leaving more of a light finish into your face. Also want a brush that would help to apply your blushes. Now there are different types as well depending on what you want to go for. The first one I'm going to go for is a standard blush brush, and it looks like this. It's called the large angled contour brush, and this is perfect for applying blush to your cheeks, and the fact that it's angled helps to give like a transition natural blend going up into your temples. This can also double as a contour brush, and you would use this and just basically place it on your cheekbones and sweep upwards, and it'll give a really nice contoured line. So if you want to use it as a blush brush, you can. I would personally use this as a contour brush because I don't like to sweep my blush upwards. I like to sort of pat and then swirl it. Another alternative to a blush brush is this one. This is a lot smaller than the powder brush, and this is definitely perfect for patting colour onto your cheeks and just sort of blending it as well. So this is a really good brush to have. They do have this brush in different brands, and it's shaped that way, so it's perfect for applying blush. Now a brush similar to this will be the e.l.f. blush brush. It's also shaped in a way that can definitely apply blush to your cheeks like this, and also can be used as a contour brush. If you wanted to, you can definitely use it as a contour brush and just fit it into the cheekbones and just sweep upwards. So I think those are the essential brushes I feel are necessary for creating a really good and flawless look. You can have all the makeup in the world, but if you don't have the right tools, I feel that your makeup won't be to the best of what it can be, and it won't be applied really well. Some people are good at using their fingers and using their hands and stuff, but I feel like makeup brushes give that more like professional look, because you can definitely tell after you've done it. So when it comes to brushes, you want to store it in a nice dry and dust-free area, because it's something you put on your face, so you don't want it to collect loads of dust and particles and stuff like that. And you also want to clean them quite frequently. I would suggest every other day, depending on how many times you use your brushes anyway. If you don't use them every day, then that's fine, but if you do use them every day, I would say clean them every other day. And when it comes to cleaning, you can use washing up liquid, and they also have brush cleansers and cleaners, but a simple washing up liquid or even baby shampoo, because baby shampoo is a lot more softer and wouldn't ruin the bristles, will be a really good thing to use for cleaning your brushes. I'll put a link down below for how I clean my brushes and what I use, and just to show you how it's stored when it's wet. When it's wet, you want to store it leaning over a surface so the bristles aren't flat against the table or wherever you store them, so that they can dry and still retain the shape. And also when you're cleaning them, you don't want to scrub so hard, because that can also damage and ruin the bristles and lose the shape of the brushes. And especially if you spend a lot of money on high-end brushes or expensive brushes, you don't want to have them ruined as soon as you get them. I hope this has helped you if you're not too sure about what brushes are essential and what you need to have in your makeup collection or in your makeup bag. and how to clean and how many times and how often to clean them. I will put everything down below, the names of the brushes as well and where you can get them from. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!